Okay, we're talking about Friedrich Nietzsche. We're going to start with him out of historical order in an intro to philosophy course. It's a little unprecedented. And three things I want to talk about in this video about Friedrich Nietzsche to sort of frame what you're reading about him and what you think about him. Three things. One is Nietzsche is an atheist. He's an atheist. He's a relativist. And he's a nihilist. Atheist, relativist, nihilist. Okay. Atheism, I'm guessing you're probably familiar with that term. It means he doesn't think there's a God. Nietzsche says in a book called Ecce Homo that I'm an atheist by instinct. I just can't believe in God. It just never made sense to me. Moreover, Nietzsche says Nietzsche is a serious Darwinian. He says if you take the Darwinian theory seriously, atheism is the obvious outcome. There is no God. Okay. And he's trying to take seriously, Nietzsche is trying to take seriously the hypothesis that there is no God. That is, what does it mean to say that there really is no God? Pretend there is no God. What would that mean? Take that as an axiom and start deducing things from that. Start reasoning from that premise, if you will. Okay, so Nietzsche's atheism leads to his relativism and his nihilism. Okay, so what does it really mean to say that there is no God? Well, Nietzsche thinks two things: relativism, nihilism. What does relativism mean? Relativism means there is no truth. All truth is relative to the person, right? There is no truth, and there is no objective that is reality or mind-independent morality. Morality, ethics, truth are relative to the person. There is no morality. Right and wrong, good or bad, is relative. It doesn't really exist. It's not really wrong to hurt people. It's not really wrong to victimize people. So what's going on in the country right now? There's nobody who's right or wrong. We're just animals. We're just killer apes. We're just animals in a long history of evolution, Darwinian evolution. There's nothing that's actually right or wrong, good or bad. Okay? So from Nietzsche's atheism comes his relativism, the idea that there is no objective right or wrong, good or bad. Okay? There may be subjective notions, that is, opinions about what is right or wrong, good or bad, but there is no objective right or wrong, or good or bad. So from Nietzsche's atheism flows his relativism, the idea that there is no good or bad, there is no objective morality. Moreover, there's no truth. Truth is relative. It's just about perspectives. Okay. And one other thing from that, if there's no God, then there's no morality. And if there's no God, there's no objective meaning to the world. And that's what nihilism means. Nihilism, from the Latin nihil, meaning nothing, is the idea that there is no meaning to the world. Nothing means anything. Nihilism is the idea that nothing means anything. So Nietzsche is an atheist, a relativist, and a nihilist. And that just simply means there's no God. And because there's no God, there's no meaning to life, nihilism, and there's no morality. There's no truth. It's completely relative. Okay, so Nietzsche wants to take seriously the atheist position that he thinks is rot, that is created by Darwinian science. He thinks people have not really been taking seriously the implications of Darwinian theory. Namely, that morality is just cooked up by human beings who have tried to make sense of the world, have tried to find meaning in the world, i.e. nihilism. So the idea that there is no objective morality or objective truth is relativism. The idea that there is no objective meaning to the world, nihilism. So Nietzsche is an atheist, a relativist, and a nihilist. And we have to really unpack what that means, because he thinks, what does it mean to actually say there is no meaning to the world? What is left over if you think there is no morality? If you start looking at the world, you start looking at the structures, the cultural or societal structures of meaning that we have, religion or morality, right? People are in a deep moral and political debate. What is morality really about? What is politics really about? Okay? And for Nietzsche, it's not about meaning, and it's not about morality, and it's not about politics, and it's not about truth. It's about one thing: power. Power is what's really behind everything. So his book, The Twilight of the Idols, i.e., and the subtitle, How to Philosophize with the Hammer, means how do we look at Western culture and try to find what's really underneath Western culture? And that is, what are the power structures behind Western culture? So when you're an atheist, for Nietzsche thinks he's an honest atheist. It leads to relativism and nihilism. What's really behind morality and what's really behind objective meaning is power.